Nowadays, there are dozens, if not hundreds, of special features you can add to your pool and backyard area. So many, in fact, that for most homeowners, it might become a little confusing. That's why we put together this handy little glossary of pool features to help you quickly and easily become an expert in swimming pool and outdoor living features. To keep this simple, we've separated these many different features into 5 major categories, including pool styles, water features, deck and coping materials, interior finishes, and outdoor structures. So let's get started on helping you become a backyard expert. First, we'll look at the main types of pool styles. Formal pool. A formal pool is also sometimes referred to as a classic or traditional pool. A simple rectangle is the beginning of a formal or classic pool. In fact, any pool shape with clean, straight lines will tend to have a formal or classic look. Your pool will tend to look more formal if you choose a brick, tile, or paver deck. You'll get a similar effect from a stamped concrete deck with a brick or tile pattern. Brick or paver coping around the edge of the pool will also tend to make things look a little more formal and elegant. Freeform pool. A freeform pool is also sometimes referred to as a lagoon style or a natural style pool. This style tends to avoid straight lines, using sweeping curves and non-traditional shapes instead. If you enjoy the look of natural rock and plants around your pool, then you're probably going to be happier with a freeform pool. A flagstone deck or other natural rock deck will tend to accentuate the natural look of your freeform pool. A stamped concrete deck with a natural rock pattern will have a similar effect. Grecian pool. A Grecian pool might be considered the original formal pool. It's basically a rectangle-shaped pool with each of the 4 corners cut or curved inward. Nowadays, almost any pool with rounded or cut corners is referred to as a Grecian pool. Roman pool. A Roman pool is often confused with a Grecian pool because it too is a very traditional-looking rectangular pool. But instead of cut corners, it has semicircles cut out at either or both ends. Natural pool. While the term natural pool might sometimes refer to a freeform or lagoon-shaped pool, it has recently taken on an entirely new meaning. A growing number of pool builders are now creating natural swimming vessels that use no chlorine or traditional filtration. Instead, the water is filtered and sanitized naturally through a natural pond or bog, just like nature intended it. If you see a small marsh with lily pads and cattails right next to a swimming pool, you're probably looking at one of these new natural pools. Lap pool. A lap pool is typically a long, narrow pool designed primarily for swimming laps. A standalone lap pool tends to have a somewhat formal, elegant look. However, a lap pool feature often can be incorporated into other pool designs as well. Some homeowners like to add a built-in spa to their lap pool so they can relax in the spa after they're done exercising. Spa. Sometimes referred to as a hot tub, a spa is a permanent structure that is built with the pool. It could be built right into the swimming pool, or it might be built nearby at a slightly higher or lower level. No surprise, a spa that is built at a higher level than the pool is often referred to as a raised spa. Sometimes, a raised spa will have some sort of waterfall spilling over from the spa into the swimming pool. This is often referred to as a spillover spa. Most spas are custom designed and built out of the same material as the swimming pool. However, sometimes you can use a pre-manufactured fiberglass spillover spa instead. By the way, it should come as no surprise that many existing pool owners are adding raised spillover spas to their existing swimming pools. Swim spa. A swim spa is to swimmers what a treadmill is to a jogger. Using a high-flow water jet and/or tethering system, a swim spa creates a sort of endless swimming pool. This allows you to swim in place for as long as you want. Swim spas are available as standalone units, similar to a large portable hot tub. You may also have this feature designed and built directly into your swimming pool. Grotto. A grotto is essentially a sort of cave built into or next to the pool. Water flowing over the front of the grotto is practically a trademark feature. Bench seating behind the waterfall is also a popular feature, and youngsters love it when a slide is built into the grotto. Size can vary dramatically, from a 1 or 2 person grotto to something big enough for a dozen people or more. Beach entry. A beach entry is a gentle, sloping transition from your deck into the water, giving you the feeling of a real beach. Materials can vary, but it is often the same as the decking and coping material, or the same as the interior finish of the pool. A beach entry is a lot of fun for toddlers and can make a great tanning ledge. Tanning ledge. A tanning ledge is also sometimes referred to as a Baja bench or Shamu shelf. It provides a flat, shallow area for adults to relax and tan, and for children to play. Typically only about 6 inches deep, it's somewhat similar to a beach entry, except that it's not sloped. It usually has a defined edge, such as the coping of the pool. While most people are happy with just one tanning ledge, don't be afraid to consider the possibility of multiple tanning ledges for your project. Besides being stylish, it can also offer alternating sun and shade at different times of the day, depending upon the placement in your yard. In-water tables and chairs. In-water tables, chairs, benches, and bar stools provide a wonderful resting spot for reading, relaxing, snacking, enjoying beverages, or even playing land games. The table may be removable and/or have a fitting that allows the homeowner to add a removable umbrella over the table. Another option is to build the table into the perimeter of the pool. In this case, you might want to consider installing bar stools on both sides of the table. This clever option allows wet swimmers and dry non-swimmers to sit together at the same table at the same time. Swim-up bar. A swim-up bar is the next logical step from an in-water table and chairs. Absolutely perfect if you want to spoil your guests with poolside service. Love seat. A love seat is also sometimes referred to as a swim-out, and it actually serves multiple purposes. Of course, it's a great place to relax while watching others in the pool, but it's also considered something of a safety feature, especially if it's in the deep end of your pool. You see, it makes an extremely convenient exit point or resting point for anyone who needs a break. Jump rock. A jump rock is a large, natural-looking rock placed at the edge of the pool. Considered safer than a diving board, it can offer many hours of entertainment for the kids. Now let's take a look at some water features. Aerator. An aerator provides a spray of water into the pool, typically in a fan pattern as opposed to a straight line of water. In hot climates, aerators will help to cool the water a little. Children love to play in and around aerators. Bubble jet. A bubble jet is essentially a fountain that provides a soft, bubbly stream of water. Typically, somewhere between 6 inches and 24 inches tall, it's a delightful feature for young children to play with. Deck jet. A deck jet is also sometimes referred to as a laminar jet or a water arch. It's an attractive feature that can be hidden almost anywhere, such as in the pool deck or in the landscaping near the pool. When you line up several of these in a straight row, they'll give you a nice, formal, elegant look. If you're thinking about a laminar jet, then you'll certainly want to ask about some of the lighting options that go with these jets. Fountain jet. A fountain jet is a simple yet pleasing feature that can be placed just about anywhere. Always popular in the middle of a pond, you might also consider putting a fountain jet in the middle of your pool or spa. Waterfall. With waterfalls, the sky's the limit. They can be small or large, fancy or natural looking, gentle trickles or Niagara Falls. They can also be quite gaudy, unattractive and leaky if not done properly by a trained professional. Be sure to take a look at a builder's handiwork of waterfalls before you make any decisions. Weeping wall. A weeping wall might be described as a low-flow waterfall. Rather than a large gushing flow of water, a weeping wall offers a more gentle drip of water over natural rocks. similar to something you might see around a natural grotto. Ideally, this feature would be built with an adjustable flow control so that you can adjust from a slow, silent flow up to a heavy spring thaw flow. Sheer descent. Sheer descent is technically the brand name of a smooth, linear flowing waterfall manufactured by the Jandy Zodiac Corporation. However, much like the term Kleenex, a sheer descent now often refers to any straight, linear waterfall, regardless of the manufacturer. A sheer descent is usually installed as a simple arching waterfall that comes out of a raised sidewall, but it can also be mounted overhead to produce a waterfall effect. Rain wall. A rain wall, also known as a rain curtain, is similar to a water wall, but it provides a vertical wall of raindrops instead of a full sheet of water. It makes a great visual separation between pools in arbors, cabanas, or grottos. It also makes a soft and pleasing background noise. Scupper. Before swimming pools, a scupper referred to a slot or opening that would allow water to drain off of a roof or ship's deck. Around a swimming pool, a scupper is normally positioned to drain into the pool. A scupper can be a simple opening, or it can be highly decorative, such as with a lion's face. Water bowl. A water bowl or water walk is a special type of scupper that is built from a fairly large bowl and designed to constantly pour out into another feature or the pool itself. The bowl can be made from any number of materials, including cement, metal, or ceramic. A series of cascading water walks can make for an especially elegant water feature. Fire bowl. A fire bowl offers a stunning flame effect, which is nice in the daytime, but even more impressive at night. Fire bowls are typically a foot or more in diameter. They can be made from any number of materials, including stone, metal, concrete, ceramic, and more. The fire bowl is normally filled with crushed glass, lava rock, or some other fireproof material to hide the gas fixture inside the bowl. The ideal fire bowl is automated so that you can light it instantly with the touch of a remote control. Firewalk. A firewalk is essentially a fire bowl built on top of a water walk. It's quite an impressive feature to see the flames above and water pouring out below. Vanishing edge. Also known as negative edge or infinity edge, a vanishing edge offers the illusion that one side of the pool is actually connected to another unrelated body of water. The edge seems to vanish and the pool water just flows on to infinity. It's worth noting that to achieve a uniform flow of water over the vanishing edge, it must be perfectly level. Otherwise, an oversized pump and excessive water and electricity will be required to produce the desired effect. A vanishing edge also requires careful design of the catch basin and the surge tank. This ensures that you don't lose any water when people jump into the pool. The weir wall. The weir wall is the technical name for the visible part at the top of a vanishing edge feature. The weir is what holds back the water and allows just the desired amount of water to trickle over the edge. A weir wall is frequently finished in glass or ceramic tile, but may also be formed from concrete, natural rock, metal, or even plexiglass. Perimeter overflow. When all sides of a pool or spa are vanishing edge, you have what is known as a perimeter overflow. This is also sometimes referred to as a wet edge or wet deck pool. In this case, you don't see the usual coping and tile around the perimeter. Instead, the pool water and the deck are at the exact same level. The water spills out into a narrow slot around the pool and down into a hidden catch basin underneath the deck. In some cases, a perimeter overflow pool may be elevated above the deck. In this case, the water will gently flow over into a catch basin or slot below. A stunning visual effect, this is the most difficult of all vanishing edge designs. That's because every inch of that pool has to be perfectly level. Therefore, you should look for an experienced professional who specializes in vanishing edge and perimeter overflow design and construction. LED lighting and fiber optic lighting. An LED light might not strike you as much of a water feature, But these new lights have completely replaced the old-style pool lights for several reasons. First of all, they're much more energy efficient. They use only a tiny fraction of the electricity of the old-style lights. And secondly, they last a lot longer than the old incandescent bulbs. But thirdly, and perhaps most importantly, they offer a lot more creativity. The colors can be changed with a simple push of a button, or better yet, they can be set to change automatically. Now you can have your own private little light show in your own backyard. Another popular use of LED lights is to incorporate them into your laminar jets or water arches. This creates the illusion of a stream of colored water, and once again, these colors can be set to change automatically in an ongoing sequence. Umbrella. A removable umbrella is another item that might not sound like much of a water feature, but this simple, low-cost option can be a real lifesaver on hot, sunny days, and few things are as classy and elegant as a built-in umbrella on a tanning ledge. It's perfect for when you want to stay in and around the water, but you don't want to spend all day in the hot sun. Now let's have a look at some different deck and coping materials. The deck refers to the hard surface around the swimming pool. Decks can be built from a variety of materials, including wood, wood alternatives such as Trex, broom finish concrete, stained and/or stamped pattern concrete, an acrylic finish spray deck. These are sometimes referred to by their brand names such as Cool Deck or Sun Deck, exposed aggregate, bricks, tiles, or concrete pavers, natural stone pavers, and natural stones such as flagstone. And here's one important thing to remember when choosing your deck material. Because it covers so much surface area, it will likely have the single greatest impact on the overall look of your pool area. Coping. The coping is the material that surrounds the perimeter of your pool or spa. On a gunite or cement pool, the coping is commonly about 12 inches wide. It's usually made out of brick, paving stones, natural stone, or a precast cement material. On a vinyl liner pool, the coping may be only 1 or 2 inches wide and made of aluminum, plastic, or vinyl. Cantilever deck. A cantilever deck is an interesting alternative to traditional coping. In this case, the deck is constructed so that it extends over the edge of the pool. A cantilever deck makes the coping obsolete. Bullnose coping. This somewhat unflattering name is actually a very nice feature you're sure to love. It refers to the half rounding of the edges on the outside of the coping, sort of like a bullnose. This gives the swimmers a smooth and safer edge to grab or to sit on. This bullnose concept is often applied to stone steps, ledges, and other hardscape surfaces for the same reason. Most precast coping, such as brick or cement, is manufactured with the bullnose feature built in. With natural stone, the installer normally has to hand curve the bullnose on site. Thus, you'll sometimes hear the phrase hand-carved bullnose. Travertine tile. Travertine is a unique form of limestone that is increasingly popular as a coping and decking material around swimming pools. It resembles marble, but is a little softer and has more unusual variations, including many small holes or voids throughout the material. As a decking material, travertine is normally cut into squares or rectangles and installed just like paving stone. Tumbled travertine. Tumbled travertine is a special treatment for travertine pavers that gives it more of an antique look. These brick-shaped pavers have literally been tumbled in a large bin to round off most of the sharp corners. This combination of formal-looking pavers with the soft rounded edges produces a look of true old-world elegance. Faux rock. Several manufacturers have found ways to create realistic-looking rock out of man-made materials. Typically made out of a special formulation of cement, they are often molded after rock formations found in nature, and sometimes they're hand-sculpted by a faux rock expert on site. While faux rock may not fool everyone, it has certain advantages. It tends to be more chemical resistant, especially when compared to sandstone or limestone. It can also produce more predictable results when compared to the use of natural stone, and in many cases, it may cost less than natural stone. Now it's time to discuss the options for interior finishes. But first, let's clarify something. There are 3 types of in-ground pools: fiberglass, vinyl liner, and concrete. If you're considering a fiberglass pool, your interior finish choices are essentially limited to the colors that are offered by the manufacturer. The colors are beautiful and the finish can last practically forever, but the interior finish will always be fiberglass. If you're considering a vinyl liner pool, then you will have dozens, if not hundreds, of different patterns and color options to choose from. And if you ever want to change the look of your pool, it's not terribly expensive to replace your existing liner with a new liner of a different color or pattern, but the interior finish will always be vinyl. If you're considering a concrete or gunite pool, then you have quite a few different options to choose from. Let's talk about those now. Plaster finish. A plaster finish is considered the original standard for most in-ground concrete pools. Also sometimes referred to as marcite, it's usually available in a variety of colors besides white. The color of your plaster will have a dramatic impact on the color of your pool water. Aggregate interior. An aggregate interior is a new, longer-lasting interior finish that many people would consider an exciting step up from a plaster finish. It's comprised of pebbles or other carefully selected aggregates that are partially exposed in the process of installation. These aggregates are then polished to produce a super hard and beautiful finish. You'll find a stunning array of colors with aggregate interiors due to the many different options to work with. For example, the manufacturer can choose different pebble colors, different pebble sizes, and even different pebble materials. They can also choose different colors of pigment for the mortar, which will have yet another effect. And then the degree to which they polish the aggregates will also have an impact on the final look and feel of an aggregate interior finish. Note that it's almost impossible to determine what color your pool water will be by looking at a dry aggregate sample. You want to be sure to look at underwater samples before you make your final decision. Ceramic tile. Most concrete pools, and some fiberglass pools, will have a 6-inch band of tile around the waterline. Ceramic tile is more enduring than plaster or aggregate, so it's perfect for this part of the pool. It also offers a nice accent to the plaster or aggregate interior finish. Glass tile. Glass tile is an increasingly popular alternative to ceramic tile. It's just as robust, but the semi-clear and translucent colors offer a look that you just can't get with ceramic tile. All tile interior. All tile refers to the interior of a swimming pool that is 100% glass or ceramic tile, no plaster or aggregate finish. An all tile interior can be significantly more expensive, but the super hard materials will last a lifetime. All tile interiors are especially popular at high-end hotels and resorts. Rock waterline. A rock waterline is an interesting alternative to the traditional glass or ceramic tile at the water's edge. If you're striving for a natural look, the natural rock at the waterline might be just what you're looking for. Mosaics. A tile mosaic is something you might want to consider adding to your steps, your spa, tanning ledge, or the bottom of your pool. It will put a true signature design on your pool or spa. From artistic designs to playful creatures to company logos to names or clever sayings, the possibilities are endless. And finally, let's take a look at some outdoor structures that homeowners are frequently adding to their pool projects. Arbors, pergolas, and gazebos. We're going to talk about arbors, pergolas, and gazebos all together because these 3 items are often confused with one another. A pergola is a shady area built with vertical support posts and rafters running across the top. The roof of a pergola is usually semi-open and flat, offering partial shade while still letting daylight shine through. Pergolas are usually made with natural or painted wood. An arbor may look very similar to a pergola, but there's one distinct difference. By definition, an arbor is designed specifically to allow plants to grow on it. Climbing vines, flowers, and arbors are all meant for each other. An arbor doesn't necessarily have a flat roof. A gazebo can offer shade like a pergola and have plants growing on it like an arbor, but a gazebo will be uniquely characterized by its domed or turreted roof. Palapa. A palapa is instantly recognizable as the classic thatched hut. Originating in Malaysia and now wildly popular throughout Central America, a palapa will undoubtedly add a Caribbean feel to any backyard pool project. Cabana. The word cabana is a Spanish translation of cabin or hut. It originally referred to a small, lightweight living structure that was frequently set up on the beach, typically with one side open to the ocean. Nowadays, when you build a cabana near your pool, it's typically more of a relaxing party area than a living structure. Your cabana would ideally include a bar that looks out to the pool area, perhaps a table with chairs or a couch, plus a sink, a refrigerator, etc. More or less, a cabana might be considered a small, cozy combination of an outdoor kitchen and outdoor living area, designed with a little bit more of a bar theme overall. Bathhouse. A bathhouse is typically a fully enclosed, standalone structure located somewhere near a swimming pool to offer a restroom and a changing area as a minimum. A bathhouse can also have its own kitchen, living area, game room, and more. Outdoor living area. An outdoor living area can be sometimes as simple as a small deck or patio with a couple of chairs in just the right spot. On the other hand, it can be a large living room with a comfortable all-weather couches, a roof, ceiling fans, or large stone fireplace, and a large screen television to watch your favorite events. Of course, if you're going to have that many people sitting around in an outdoor living area, you probably want to consider the addition of an outdoor kitchen also. Fire pit. A fire pit is a great option to consider adding to the area near your swimming pool. Not only will it take the chill out of the evening air, but it will also create a wonderful place to congregate and chat after a busy day of work or fun. A fire pit may be wood-fired or plumb with natural gas or propane. And much like a fire bowl, you may have the option of adding a remote control starter to your fire pit. Fireplace. A fireplace offers all the warmth and communal attributes of a fire pit while also adding a touch of elegance to your yard. A well-designed and well-built fireplace will almost certainly become the focal point of any outdoor living area. Outdoor kitchen. Nothing completes your outdoor area like the ability to cook without having to run in and out of the house. Are you wondering how much space you should devote to your outdoor cooking and outdoor living area? It's simple. Just think about the maximum number of people you might want to entertain on any particular occasion. Then, design your areas based on that. Pizza oven. If you want your outdoor kitchen to be uniquely different from your neighbors, then you should consider the addition of a wood-fired pizza oven. Those who have them swear by the flavor and fun from cooking your own homemade pizza in a wood-fired pizza oven. Pizza ovens may be built from brick, cement, or natural stone. It can be finished in a variety of materials so that it blends in subtly with the rest of your outdoor area. Well, that wraps up our discussion of the many different options that are available for your pool and backyard. If you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to give us a call. We'll be happy to help.